Hey, what's going on everyone? Nelson and Kevin from Hoopla. Today we're going to show you how to do the Euro step.
James Harden way.
The Euro step is a very popular move. It was made famous by Manu Ginobili and Dwayne Wade. James Harden took that and kind of made it a signature move.
James Harden is one of the most prolific scorers in NBA. He's a combination of speed, power, and craftiness. He's one of the most sneaky players in NBA, and he's really good at evading the defense or baiting the defense into drawing fouls.
James Harden does the Euro step a lot, and he does it quite differently than others. Normally, you will want to do a Euro step, as a reaction move. Like, let's just say if a defensive player, cuts you off, you would do the Euro step based off the reaction of the defense. But nowadays, the Euro step is used more of a setup move where players predetermine to use a Euro step to fake out the defender or, to make them look silly.
Harden is a little different. He uses a combination of both. At times, he'll Euro step into defenders to create contact to get the and one. Then there are times he'll react to the defense to evade them. And then there are times where he will just make you look like a fool, like this guy.
In today's video, we are going to show you two versions of James Harden's Euro step. The first one is your more traditional Euro step where you do your lateral 1-2 step. So if the defender decides to cut you off on the left side, that's when you hop over to the right side and you finish the layup. All right, let's walk you guys through it. So if you're speeding down the court or coming down the lane and you have your defender, backpedaling or on their heels, this is probably the best time to use the Euro step. So the first step is that you want to look the direction that you're going or the direction that you're going to take your first step in. So if I want to go to the right side, I kind of want to set up my defender by kind of like looking at that direction, and I'll step here. And then the second step is where you spring over to the opposite side after your defender reacts to your first step going to the right side. Vice versa, if I want to Euro from left to right, I would start off by looking at the left side, and then after he reacts, you spring over and you go to the right side.
Alright, so the key things to James Harden Euro step is the positioning of his arms and ball. More or less, there's about 3 different variations of how he positions the ball and his arms. First off, since James Harden is lefty, he usually likes to start his Euro step going to the left. So he's going to take that one step to the left, look at direction. Now, based off what the defender does, he might bring the ball across if the defender decides to reach over here. So instead of going right here and maybe getting the ball stripped, he's going to go step, bring the ball over. That's one way. Another way James Harden does it is when he does a strong grip through, rocking the ball from hip to hip. So he's going to take a step, hip, strong grip through, and layup. Or another time, depending on the defender, he may purposely expose the ball by bringing out his arms to draw a foul. So he might go boom and baits the defender to want to reach. Because if they see the ball, a lot of times the defender wants to reach and grab the ball. So when he's going, he's going to step, expose the ball, then it's going to be a foul.
This is really dangerous because people could swipe away the ball, but because James Harden is so strong with the ball, he holds it really tight. He wants the defender to swipe and reach for the ball so he can create the and one.
So if you're going to do this move, it's very important to hold the ball very tight so it does not get ripped out of your hands. Alright, so here are some demonstrations of the different ways James Harden does his Euro step.
Not only is the Euro step very effective in the transition in the full court set, but it's also very effective in the half court set, which James Harden does do a lot, whether it's coming off a strong drive or coming off a screen where the defender shifts over for a charge or to stop the drive. That's when he does the Euro step. The Euro step may seem like a very simple move, but it requires 3 key things: footwork, reaction time, and being strong with the ball.
So make sure to get your practice in and get your reps up. Moving on to the second version of James Harden Euro step. This is a more advanced version of the traditional 1-2 Euro step, which we like to call the bait Euro step.
The bait Euro is more of a setup move rather than a reaction move. At first glance, it may look like you're taking 3 steps, but you're actually not. Y'all might be thinking, 3 steps, ain't that a travel? Not when you're James Harden and you're doing it like this. So for the bait Euro, you're gonna end up still doing your 1-2 step for the layup. So where did that third step come in? The third step actually is your first step, which goes before the 1-2 step.
The first step is used to get your defender off balance by using a dribble step. So let's show you guys. So the first step of the bait Euro is the most important because this will decide whether your move is a travel or not. So when we talk about the dribble step, instead of doing the traditional 1-2, we're gonna dribble into the first step. So if I'm gonna go to my right, I'm gonna take a step to my right, but dribble at the same time, right? So I'm gonna take that step, dribble. So right now I haven't done my 1-2 step yet, right? So it's important that your timing is really good, or else this will be a travel and you do 3 steps. So if I'm going, take this step and dribble, I'm gonna pick up the ball on my next step, right? So if I pick up the ball on my next step, this is technically my first step, and then I'm gonna step again, which is my 1-2 step. So in essence, it looks like a 3 step, but I was still dribbling the ball on the first step. So that's why it's not a travel. So if I'm going, I'm gonna dribble, step, pick up the ball, 1-2. So that first step is baiting him to think that my next step is gonna be when I jump off. So now I'm gonna do a fast motion for you guys.
The bait Euro is a little bit more advanced. If done correctly, you will destroy your defender and make them look silly.
But if done incorrectly, you'll be called for a travel every single time and you'll look like the fool.
All right, guys, as we were shooting a Euro step tutorial, you know, we bumped into some local hoopers at the park. Here we have Kevin. Kevin, do you know how to do the Euro step?
No, I don't.
All right, so this is a perfect opportunity since we're teaching how to do Euro step.
Yeah, so as mentioned, the Euro step is most effective when you're running down the court on transition fast break. So if you're driving here, you want to set up your defender by taking, 2 steps laterally, to shift your defender, right? So if you come down the right side, you want to go right to left. So you go here, you dribble, you take your right step and your left step, and then finish the layup.
All right, Kev, some key things to note when you do the Euro step. When you're attacking, make sure that first step you take, you're looking that direction, and when you take your second step, you want to change direction and step to the other side and finish the play, right? So when you're attacking the defender full speed, they're going to think you're going right side, right? Normally, they know you're right-handed. Most people want to go to their strong hand, right? So normally people are going to go 1-2 for a layup. But a smart defender is going to try to cut you off, right? So when they try to cut you off, you're going to pretend 1-2, boom! And now you got them shifted. You're going to be all left in the dust and you got the layup.
Another key thing you want to do is when you're doing your Euro step, you want to protect the ball and hold it tight because a lot of people are going to be reaching for the ball.
Yeah. So you're coming, right? Just like a 1-2 step ladder. Now you're going to take a step. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Way to exaggerate. Okay, there we go. Yeah, way to exaggerate. Okay, there we go.
Full speed, full speed. Oh,
Okay, looking better.
nice.
Okay, looking better.
Nice. All right, Kev, so it looks like, you kind of learned the Euro step now, right? You're going to implement that in your game?
Yeah.
Like we mentioned before, the Euro step is a simple and very effective move. If done correctly, you'll be able to shift your defenders for an easy basket.
In today's game, the Euro step is one of the most common moves and is James Harden's signature move.
So go out and get y'all Euros on. Thank you guys for watching that video. Let us know down in the comments below. 1, do you guys use the Euro step in your game, and did you guys ever shake someone?
2, let us know what other signature moves from NBA players or effective moves you guys want us to do.
Like and share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe up top for more basketball content. And also check out our social media in the description box down below. And until next time, Nelson and Kevin from Hoop and Life, we out. Peace.